Sounds like what you're describing is like an open relationship.
Yes.
Yes.
She wants to have sex. She's this hot Latina. Gina don't want to have fun with her. She's gonna go and have fun with somebody else.
Welcome back to 90 Day Fiancé Behind the Drama, where we're breaking down everything from last night's episode. We're going to get into Natalie calling Josh a whore.
You're a whore. Low class, low key whore.
Julia and Brandon's issues.
You are my husband. You should be my side. And you call me a whore.
And Jasmine saying she wants an open marriage.
You're talking about an open marriage with somebody else? What the is up with that?
Today we're joined by Yara. Yara, how are you feeling? Are you excited to break down everything that happened?
Oh my goodness, I'm feeling great. I am actually so excited. There's just some stuff going on that very interesting and I'm ready to talk about.
This season, every episode, it feels like there's like twists and turns that I never saw coming. So we kicked off the episode by picking back up with Natalie.
С тобой все будет в порядке.
Нормально. Закрой эту.
What do you think about how she handled the situation with Josh, Sophie, and Jasmine?
Well, to be honest, obviously, if that would be me, I will handle it differently. But Natalie is not me. And I think she just handles a lot of trauma from her, I don't know, childhood or whatever is happening to her. Obviously, she did not handle it correctly. But this was crazy. Like, Josh, why is Josh go with her to the last resort to fix what? He doesn't even want to be with that girl. He wants to be with Sophie, which just like blows my mind. You using her, obviously, by this point.
So do you think that there's any chance that Josh and Natalie could work things out while at the resort?
I don't think that Josh and Natalie could work something out. There's nothing to work. He don't want that woman. He don't want her. And she just don't know how to handle that. He is using her. And she, I guess, have some love for him and just don't know how to handle the situation.
I do feel bad for her. I feel like she's a bit more invested in the relationship than him, and she hasn't even been to his house yet. So you do have to feel for her, even if she didn't handle things the way that we might have handled it. She does seem to be pretty invested in things with Josh. So you do have to feel bad for her in some ways.
I think Natalie lashing out at me has brought us closer because even though Rob doesn't like to admit it, he loves the tea. He loves he loves drama when it's not with us.
I guess I would agree.
He loves the tea.
But Sophie says that the drama between all of that brought her and Rob closer together. What did you think about that?
The thing with Sophie too, I think Sophie said that she was just trying to be friendly. I mean, woman, when some men tell you sheesh, woman, and send you all of these comments, obviously he's trying to be more than friendly. And like, what are you doing in this situation? You still married. So you say it's not on you, but it's on you too. Obviously, he's flirtation with you and you're still answering his text messages. Like, what are you doing also? Like, it's just too crazy to me. It was so crazy. Oh my gosh.
Were you believing Josh when he was saying that it was innocent and that he was just being friendly?
I don't believe him. I don't believe him. Obviously, he likes her. He wants her if he leave the comments like that.
I mean, it's just such a horrible moment when you start pulling me in this bar. It's embarrassing.
You were practically exposed up there.
You should support me.
You were dressed like a whore.
You are my husband. You should be my side. And you call me a whore. But it's not appropriate for husband call this way.
You were dancing on the bar.
That is not what whore doing. I do whatever I want with my body. Point. Now we need rest.
Now, the night out did also cause some drama for Brandon and Julia. He wasn't happy about how she acted and dressed. Do you think he was being too harsh on her?
Oh my God, Julia. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Girl gets out from the woods and she just was there to have fun. I mean, he knows who he married. So like she was a dancer. So he knows who he married, you know? So like what he is complaining now.
Seems like she just wants to have a good time with a night out maybe. And maybe she just got she was just having a little too much fun.
I think she was just having more fun than he could handle and understand.
Yeah, for sure. Now, they also did a group therapy exercise. Brandon was really hurt by her saying that she's open to the idea of a threesome. Were you shocked when she said that? And what do you think this could mean for their relationship?
This is gonna sound maybe harsh because I don't know how to speak. I live in United States for so many years. I still don't know how to smooth up the situation. I'm usually very harsh when I speak, but I don't want to sound weird, but I don't think she wants him. She's just hanging there until something better turns to her. I don't think Julia wants to be with Brandon, to be honest. That's just my opinion, but maybe I'm not right, and I hope I am not right, but I don't think they have some kind of chemistry between each other.
Okay.
So that's why she wants somebody else.
Yeah. My next question was, do you think there's anything they could do to like fix things with each other, or do you think that they both just want different things out of a relationship?
I think he wants her and she's just there.
Okay.
That's just my opinion, but I hope I'm just very, very wrong.
Well, also we don't see everything. Like there is like even though we do see a lot on the show, it seems like they do have like a lot of like friendship. They're very friendly and they seem like they have love for each other, at least as a viewer. They seem like they love each other.
I mean, yeah, I love so many of my friends too, but I'm not gonna have sex with them.
Well, I can tell you that I've never hit on her, and I approached her as a friend.
A friend who you invite randomly to Vegas?
And you don't even know what happened. And made
Just
it incredibly
you're
difficult.
whore. Low class, low key whore.
Okay.
You everything that works. And I cannot be next to you because I'm afraid to catch something by even air.
Yeah,
Man.
I'm a little afraid that I might catch crazy if we keep going this. So, listen, I gotta go. Good luck with everybody. I hope that you apologize to everybody because they deserve it.
We also caught up with Josh and Natalie. And it was not pretty, obviously. She called him a whore and he left after explaining his side of the things. What did you make of that situation with him and how she reacted?
Natalie just needs to, I think, learn how to behave in the social situation because she just don't know how to sometimes handle her own emotions. But again, I will be that person who will take Natalie's side of that. He was in wrong. He flirted with a woman who is over there in the last resort with him. Then he messages and all that stuff. He didn't handle this correctly. He's in the wrong here. But calling a whore, that was a little bit too much.
What advice would you give? You were obviously on the last resort and it helped you and Jovi. You guys are still together and you seem to be very happy. What advice would you give to Natalie?
I will give to Natalie to concentrate on her own self. She needs to concentrate on herself and how harsh it can sound. She needs maybe go to therapy or something, like on her own without Josh. That will be very helpful because she needs to work with her own self. She's not a bad person. She's a nice person. She just doesn't know how to behave in social, I don't know, she doesn't know how to socialize correctly.
She seems to have a lot of emotions and maybe sometimes those emotions get the best of her because I can see it in some ways, like I can understand where she's coming from, but I think maybe she just doesn't process them fully before letting them out, you know?
I agree about that. She just doesn't process her emotions fully. Like, for example, it's like when something happened, we usually step behind and think what we're gonna do, and then we make a decision if you're gonna do it or not, and then we do it. She, I think, just like have these feelings, and she just go ahead and start acting the way her emotions tell her to act.
It took me a while to build healthy friendship with women because I was bullied by them many years.
And this is what I'm talking about. There's direct links. This brings us back to last night, actually. Or last night actually brings us back to all this past stuff that you've been through. You got so upset with Sophie instead of dealing with your relationship with Josh.
Well, she did take a step towards maybe healing. She did a solo therapy session where she opened up about being bullied. What did you think when you were watching that back and hearing about her past?
That's crazy to me that she was bored. It makes sense, to be honest. And I started like picturing, you know, because I'm also from Ukraine and stuff can be more tense in our country. Maybe sometimes in some school, the teacher will not pay attention to that so much. So it makes sense to me. Obviously, she does have some traumatic experience in her past. And that's why she's acting this way now.
In order for me to trust Josh, I need to work with my emotions, with not down in the relationship and love myself more and understand that I can be loved. I know what I did last night was wrong. And I know everybody hates me right now. I was a monster yesterday and I should apologize. But honestly, I don't I do not give a what they think.
At the end of the session with the therapist, she agreed to speak with the group, but then she admitted off camera that she doesn't actually care about what anyone thinks about her. Were you shocked when she said that? I was kind of like, oh my gosh.
Again, the girl just don't know how to socialize. She don't know how to handle herself. And it's just, I remember Natalie when we was on a tell-all or somewhere, like we usually always socialize with the other cast members. She locked herself in her own changing room. She doesn't go and hang out with everybody else. And that make people also feel weird and against you. I will recommend her to at least choose a one person with who she gonna be friends and bond. So then it will be like easier for her to handle any kind of other situations. I don't know. Because she's always lonely. She's always by herself.
And it did seem like some of the other ladies in earlier episodes were trying to get closer to her, like Jasmine, but then she flipped the script on Jasmine in a previous episode. Do you think her and Jasmine could potentially have a friendship in the future? Like, Jasmine doesn't seem like one to mess with.
Well, Jasmine behavior, like, I mean, they could be friends, to be honest. If Jasmine will, you know, like, maybe try to understand her, they could be friends. They both very interested.
We were having so much fun here in the sex therapy today, you know, feeling some intimacy, feeling good. We haven't done this in so long. And, you know, you're talking about an open marriage with somebody else? What the is up with that? Maybe we're in a lot more trouble than I thought we were.
We also had a bit of a crazy reveal during the group therapy session. The episode ended with Jasmine saying she might want an open relationship. I was a bit shocked that she just admitted that in front of everyone. Were you?
I wasn't shocked. I mean, she wants to have sex. She's this hot Latina and she wants to have, I mean, she's young. Who wants to waste your all young life for sitting at home and drinking, I don't know, hot tea? You wants to have fun. So it makes sense. Gina don't want to have fun with her. She's gonna go and have fun with somebody else.
Do you have any hope for her and Gino?
I don't have no hope for her and Gino. I have a lot of hope for them separately, but not together. I don't see them just working together. Like, it's just, if you want to have sex and your partner don't want to have sex with you, it will never work.
Yeah. Yeah, well, she has been very open about their intimacy issues, and it seems like things haven't been improving so far while at the resort.
Yeah.
Which couples do you think have the best chance of working things out while at the resort?
I was just thinking about this. I watched the episode and I was like, who could be? Well, because it's definitely Gina and Jasmine. It's definitely not Natalie and Josh. Maybe Stacy.
Stacy and Florian.
Yeah, maybe Stacy and Florian. They have a potential, I think.
I actually, even though you said that you didn't think that Julia likes Brandon, I actually had the most hope for them as a viewer watching them. It seems like they have more care for each other than some of the other couples, maybe.
I don't think that they don't love each other. They love each other, but I don't think that she loves him as a man. That's just different. But I think she definitely loves him. Like, how I say, we can love so many people, but like, doesn't mean that we want them, like, you know.
And what about Ari and Benny? It seems like he's been very focused on wanting his social media passwords in the previous episodes. What do you think of their relationship so far?
I think Ari and Benny is just over. Like, they're just done, and there's just nothing to fix it, and it's just very toxic. And I think it's just done for a long time already.
Now, what advice would you give to all the other couples who are at the resort, as somebody who's been to the resort and had success with it?
I will just say, to be honest, the most important thing is not to focus on it's focus on yourself and figure out yourself, because then it will be easier for you to figure out other people.
Are there any other couples, do you think, from the 90-day franchise that could benefit from being on The Last Resort if there was a future season?
I mean, there's a lot of couples, but I like if I was start to name it everybody now. I mean, to be honest, we all need some therapy in one point or another because relationship is difficult, and we as humans are difficult. So, therapy always can be beneficial.
What do you think you learned the most about you and Jovi while at the resort in your own season?
I mean, for us, was the main complication is communication. Like we never communicate, and I'm very like make a decision on my own, and it just affects when you are a couple. Like but you inside somewhere you feel like you're single, not single in some kind of weird way, but like I felt maybe I'm single, so because I take all the relationship, all the decision on my own because he was at work, he felt it some kind of way. So I think we just learn how to listen to each other, and that's the most important thing.
And how are things with you and Jovi and Mila now? I also saw that you have a new family member, a little dog.
Yes, we got a puppy, and it's the cutest little thing ever. It's good, we have some fight here and there every single day sometimes, but it's okay, we're figuring it out.
Thank you for tuning in to Behind the Drama. Make sure to check in every week for more with your reality TV phase, and tune into 90 Day Last Resort on Monday nights on TLC. Thank you so much for being here, Yara. It was so great to chat with you.